Jess and welcome back to Little Miss Lorraine. I have a really exciting video for you today. I am sharing what I made in December as well as just a couple of projects that I have finished recently that I actually started last year. So I've got three things to show you, two actual makes from last year and one is a thrifted transformation, so I really hope that you enjoy them. Bailey is once again sleeping on the bed, so if you see any movement, that's her. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. I have had the best week. I'm currently on holidays from my 9 to 5, and it means that during that time I can focus solely on Little Miss Lorraine, which is my dream job. So having those little snippets of holidays is really awesome for me because it means I can really see what it would be like to actually work just solely in that as a business. So that's something I'm definitely pushing hard for this year and working towards. So yeah, I've got one more week off of work, which is really exciting. I'm planning to get quite a few makes done this month, and I purchased the material for my toaster sweater for my Saunio cardigan from Named Clothing, which is the February pattern for Sew My Style, which if you saw my last video you know that I'm making it this month to give you some fabric tips, so I can't wait to get stuck into that one. But for now, let's jump into the video. To show you is my black version of the Vogue V8896, which is the wrap dress. So before I cut into my little red dress project, so my maxi red one, I thought I'd better just try it out of something else before I cut into that. So I had some black crepe at home and I decided to use that because I thought a little black wrap dress would be really versatile. I knew I didn't want to do a maxi dress for this version. I wanted to do a short version, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I actually finished most of it last year, but I did have to do the hemming and a little bit of hand stitching, so I have finished that this week. I have been making an effort this week to finish my works in progress instead of cutting out something new. So there has been a lot of hand stitching, a lot of hemming, but I'm so excited to finally have wearable pieces. So this is the wrap dress. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I don't know if you remember in my little red dress project video, but I mentioned that the top bit is a little bit big on me, and I think what I would need to do is take the top up slightly because my natural waist is quite high. The best thing about making it out of this crepe is that I can wrap it really tightly, so I don't have the same problems with this dress as what I do with my red one. The crepe is just absolutely beautiful. It just drapes so nicely. I love this detailing. I'll insert a clip here of a full length shot for you so you can see the full dress. It actually turned out a little bit shorter than what I was hoping. When I was trimming back the seam, so when you sew this dress you use double stitching, and when you do double stitching as a seam finish you cut back like the seam allowance closer to the second line of stitching. And as I was doing that I didn't have it laid out properly and I actually snipped into the back panel of the skirt. So it is a little bit shorter than what I was anticipating, but I think because I am short I can still get away with it and it doesn't matter so much. So it's a really gorgeous cocktail length and really flowy. The crepe is absolutely beautiful because it drapes so beautifully in this dress. So I'm definitely going to be making more of these dresses. You already know I had my eye on a mustard version, and I found some knit fabric in my stash the other day which would look absolutely beautiful in a wrap dress, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough. So I think I will definitely add a few more of these to my wardrobe though. They're just such a versatile piece. I know for the shorter ones I'll definitely be able to wear them in winter, even the longer ones with the jackets. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out. item that I made in December was actually something I didn't tell you about. It was a very last minute project and something that as soon as I saw it, I knew that it would be perfect for going away to the West Coast in, so I really wanted to get it done before we left. It is the Peppermint Magazine Beach Cover-Up. So if you've never heard of Peppermint Magazine before, they are a craft, sustainable living, eco sort of friendly small business magazine. I'm pretty sure they're Australian actually. And they actually offer free sewing patterns each month, and so they're created by somebody in the sewing community. So this pattern was created by Emily from In the Folds. If you haven't heard of her, I'll link her information down below. She has some really beautiful patterns. And she's just a really nice girl, so I will link that down below for you so you can go and check her stuff out. So what is it? It's basically just a beach cover up to throw on over your bathers. I was really taken by the pattern picture. It just looked really breezy and really cute. The construction of it was so easy. It's literally just like two big rectangles put together with some trim on the side. So this fabric, I wasn't sure if the pattern was going to be a little bit too much for it. The one that is made for Peppermint Magazine, it's a striped version, which is really pretty. I originally had this fabric earmarked for a maxi dress, but I'm really happy that I chose to use it for this. I added this really cute trim that I found on eBay. It was really cheap. I think it was like $2 a meter or something. I wasn't sure about it when it first came in actually, because it was a little bit smaller than what I first thought it was going to be, but I think it works really well. So one of the main problems with this is that it is too big for me. So the sizing is a 1 to 5, but that encompasses sizes 6 to 24. So obviously they're going to be slightly bigger than what a normal size 6 would be. So it is slightly too big for me, but you know, for a beach cover up it really doesn't matter. The only thing that does annoy me a little bit, and you'll see when I insert the full length version here, is it does create a bit of a tail at the back. So that's the only thing, because my natural waist is high again. It just means I have to pull everything up a bit more when I tie it. But overall, I'm really happy with this. I wore it so much while we were away. I've got more photos of it over on the blog. We did a gorgeous photo shoot in the sandhills, which was just beautiful. So make sure you pop on over and have a look at that. I'll link that one down below for you as well. So yeah, really cute. I have said that I'm probably not going to make more of these just because of the way they sit, but it is really cute, so I don't know, I might maybe make a couple more. They're just great as a beach cover up, so if you're not expecting it to be a ball gown, I think it turned out really well. To show you today is actually not a December neg. I started this quite a while ago, and then it's just been sitting in my unfinished projects pile for ages because I was frustrated with it and it wasn't working. You've heard me talk about it before, but I finally finished it, and after a really great suggestion, which I'll tell you in a moment, it looks so cute and I'm so happy with it. So it is this skirt. So if you remember, this was a thrifted find. It was a big, long, like old granny skirt with a top as well. So you will have seen me talk about it in quite a few videos about how I had trouble inserting the zip and it was going all like crinkly, and there were just so many issues, and there were so many amazing suggestions. Which if you're having a similar problem with zips in your fabrics, I would suggest you go and have a look at that video. I might link it down below, and have a scroll through the comments because there were some really great suggestions. But one of them really caught my eye, and it was one that I didn't even think about, and it was adding buttons to it and turning the front to the back to the front and adding buttons onto it. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that would look so cute. So that's what I did. I turned the back of the skirt around to the front. I'll insert a full length in a moment so you can see a bit better. And I added wooden buttons, of course, to it, and it turned out so well. It is so cute. I think the wooden buttons just add to it. If you know me, I'm a massive wooden button girl. And yeah, I'm just so in love with this skirt now. It's going to be one of my most worn items, I can already tell. It has pockets as well, which is absolutely amazing. The only problem is because I have swapped the skirt from the front to the back, the pockets are actually the wrong way, so you kind of have to scoop your hands into them now. But apart from that, I'm barely stretching. Apart from that, I'm so happy with how this skirt turned out. So the problem that I was having was that when I inserted the invisible zip into the back of it, I also attached the lining to it, and I think that was what was pulling everything out of shape. So I haven't attached the lining to the button placards or anything. I've just literally left it hanging, which is fine, you can't see it, so that's good. And also, now that my machine does amazing buttonholes, buttons are just like my new best friend. So much easier than zips. I can sew my buttons on my machine, I can sew the buttonhole on the machine, so overall this turned out really, really well, and I'm so happy with how it has turned out. So thank you so much to whoever suggested the buttons. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, but you made such an amazing suggestion and I absolutely love it, so thank you. So they're the things that I really wanted to show you that I made in December / finished in January. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. I didn't want to include these in my January makes because I've already got a few projects that I want to show you then, and these were technically made last year, so I'm so happy with how they all turned out. I actually don't think I have a favourite for this month. I love them all. Maybe this skirt is just because it's so pretty and it's my most recent finished make. I ended up hand hemming this hem. Who am I, honestly? But the fabric was too fine to not do that. So I'm so happy with how that turned out. I will be blogging the skirt and also the maxi dress, the wrap dress, sorry, at some point in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you keep an eye out for those. And yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So once again, if you liked this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I do new videos every Sunday, all related to sewing, and make sure you go and check out the blog as well, because most of my posts over there are to do with sewing. I put pattern reviews and my makes up there as well. And make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are down the bottom below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!